Molly Wohltman of the Highland FFA chapter became interested in riding horses when she started trail riding with her mom and started taking riding lessons from a neighbor. 2 years later, Molly began working at Fox Mask Farms in Gilbert, Arizona, where she received free riding lessons in exchange for her labor, which included riding or lunging horses 4 times a week. In addition to exercising the horses, Molly also mentors children, grooms, and feeds the horses. Through her SAE project, Molly has learned proper horse nutrition, horse safety, how to show horses, and several riding techniques. Molly's goal is to receive a scholarship for horse riding to attend a university where she hopes to major in the equine field of study. After graduation, Molly hopes to become either an equine photographer or a show barn manager. Highland FFA's Kalea Taylor began her floriculture SAE after competing in the floriculture CDE. She took the skills that she learned there and applied them to her work at Mesa Community College. She's currently responsible for propagating 10 different kinds of plants in addition to designing arrangements, corsages, and boutonnieres. She has had success entering her arrangements in valley floral shows and also uses her talents to serve her community by beautifying the surroundings with her homegrown plants. Kayla is currently attending the University of Arizona to pursue a degree in horticulture and has continued her work in the floriculture industry. Highland FFA member Jace Miller developed his interest in farming at the age of 10 when he began working for his family's farming operation, Triple M Farms. In 2008, he began his own farming operation by leasing 6 acres of land, which quickly expanded to 60 acres by 2009, 20 of which are alfalfa. Jace exchanges hours of work for the family operation for seed, water, and equipment usage. Through his various business ventures, Jace has befriended many local farmers and agriculture dealers, which has paid off as he has been able to use these contacts to sell his hay to other farmers and brokers. After graduation, Jace plans to major in agribusiness and expand his farming operation. Highland FFA member Nick Cortina used to care for his family's fruit trees simply because it was one of his household chores. Now he is a successful placement SAE in the area of fruit production. Nick is responsible for the health of 2 lemon trees, 1 lime tree, 1 grapefruit tree, and a kumquat bush. He is paid to pick and sell fruit, deliver it to the customer, and to prune and fertilize the trees to keep them in top fruit-producing condition. When he sells the fruit, Nick works with his FFA advisor to reach a customer base of teachers and staff at Highland High School. Nick enjoys being able to earn money while working right out of his backyard. He hopes to use his earnings from his SAE to help pay for college at Arizona State University to pursue a degree in welding engineering. Highland FFA member Jace Miller developed his interest in farming at the age of 10 when he began working for his family's farming operation, Triple M Farms. In 2008, he began his own farming operation by leasing 6 acres of land, which quickly expanded to 60 acres by 2009, 11 of which are oats. Jace exchanges hours of work for the family operation for seed, water, and equipment usage. Through his various business ventures, Jace has befriended many local farmers and agriculture dealers, which has paid off as he has been able to use these contacts to contract all of his oats to Johnson Cattle Company. After graduation, Jace plans to major in agribusiness and expand his farming operation. Dylan Lane's landscape management SAE has grown from a simple household chore to a successful and thriving yard maintenance business. When Dylan's neighbors saw him mowing his parents' lawn, they asked if Dylan would be willing to work in their yard as well. Now Dylan's lawn care business has 15 regular clients. He owns all of his own equipment, including a lawnmower, weed eater, blower, and a truck and trailer for hauling tools from one house to another. Dylan attributes his success to time management skills, proper and accurate record keeping, and efficient money management. Dylan hopes to attend college to pursue a degree in landscape management or business management so that he can expand his business to include landscaping and design. Jessica Zamudio of the Benson FFA chapter began raising chickens after she saw the enjoyment her mother and sister had raising them. She began in 2007 with 10 laying hens and has since expanded her operation to now include over 250 hens and has plans to add 160 more to her flock within the year. Jessica has found that there is a high demand for her organic, cage-free eggs and sells up to 40 dozen per week in Bisbee and Sierra Vista and over 20 dozen per week at Los Campos Market in Sunazona. After graduation, Jessica plans to attend the University of Arizona with a major in animal sciences. Gilbert FFA member William Neff has been around livestock his entire life. He began his sheep enterprise by showing lambs as a 4-H project, but found that he was not as successful as he hoped in the show ring. It was then that William decided to use the knowledge he had gained about the lamb industry to raise and sell lambs to others. William is currently the president of Four Brothers Club Lambs, where he and his brothers have 20 ewes, 1 ram, and 41 lambs. Through his SAE, he has learned a great deal about sheep production, disease management, and record keeping. After graduation, William plans on attending the University of Arizona and majoring in animal sciences. Benson FFA member Jessica Zamudio has a passion for small animal production. As a young 4-H member, she decided that she wanted to follow in her mother's footsteps by raising rabbits for harvesting, showing, and championship. She now runs a successful small animal care and production SAE where she raises mostly Californian and white New Zealand rabbits. Jessica has developed many skills, including grooming, feeding, and properly housing her rabbits, which has greatly contributed to the success of her SAE. She's created a niche market for rabbit meat and sells to several customers across southern Arizona. She also mastered her rabbit showmanship skills to help attract new customers and receive the highest possible prices for her rabbits. Jessica is planning to attend the University of Arizona to pursue a degree in animal science, after which she hopes to work in the animal agriculture industry. Flora Frear of the Red Mountain FFA chapter took her love for animals to a new level when she became a volunteer at the Phoenix Zoo through the Zoo Teen program in August of 2008. Volunteering in the farm area of the zoo, it was Laura's goal to advance the Hoofstock Trail, where she would get the chance to work with animals such as pronghorns, bighorn sheep, white rhinos, ostriches, and warthogs. Laura was nervous when she first began working with these exotic animals, but she soon learned how to handle the animals for which she cared. Through her SAE, Laura learned proper feed and preparation techniques, how to interpret animal behavior, and how to use specific zoo protocol. Laura's plan after high school is to attend the University of Arizona, where she hopes to obtain a bachelor's degree in vet science. While in college, Laura plans to volunteer at the Reed Park Zoo and the Arizona Sonoran Desert Museum as a zookeeper. When Michael Rand was a young 4-H member, he couldn't see how spending an outrageous price on show swine would ever pay off at the end of the project. So with the help of his 4-H leader and his parents, he decided to begin his own hog breeding operation. Now, as a member of the Wilcox FFA chapter, Michael has developed his expertise in the areas of feeding and nutrition, livestock reproduction technology, sire selection, and herd health management to make his breeding program the best it can be. He purchases high-quality show stock from several different breeders to develop an excellent genetic pool for his show swine. To increase the popularity of his business, Michael shows his own animals on Arizona and national show circuits. Michael has more than 20 customers who regularly buy and show hogs from his herd. After high school, Michael plans on attending Western New Mexico University while continuing to raise quality show hogs at his home. Highland FFA senior Amber Pantel first became interested in hydroponics when she learned about it in her landscape class. She has since used this interest to spark her SAE in the area of vegetable production, where she grows hydroponic tomatoes and lettuce in her school's greenhouse. Her responsibilities include monitoring the water and nutrient flow, pruning plants, applying organic pesticides, and harvesting the ripe vegetables. Amber plans on attending the University of Arizona in the fall with a major in agricultural education. She would like to one day teach agriculture in the Gilbert area. Since she was 7 years old, Dobson FFA member Ashley Sanders has dreamed of becoming a veterinarian. As an eager junior high student, she wrote letters offering to volunteer at the Phoenix Zoo and was eventually hired as a volunteer with the horse barn and veterinary clinic at the zoo, where she is the only volunteer allowed to work in the Animal Critter Care Center with both dangerous and more docile animals. She is also employed as an animal caretaker at the Alma School Animal Hospital, a private small animal clinic. Ashley works with a variety of medication, assists with C-sections and tail docking, and is responsible for nearly 30 cats and dogs. The skills that she is learning will prove invaluable as Ashley attends Mesa Community College, the University of Arizona, and eventually Washington State University in pursuit of a doctorate degree in equine veterinary medicine. Kayla Colvin of the Red Mountain FFA chapter began her SAE in 2007 when she was named the Red Mountain Wildlife Land Lab Manager. In 2008, Kayla expanded her SAE when she began volunteering for the Region 6 Mesa Game and Fish Department by doing research on the Tucson shovel-nosed snake. In 2009, she was hired on as an intern. Kayla's duties include bat netting, reptile capturing, and various office tasks. After graduation, Kayla plans on attending Arizona State University with a major in applied biological systems. In the future, she would like to work for either the Arizona Game and Fish Department or the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.